Today on Max Handy Gadgets, we're making a delicious Southwestern-style cheese omelet. So let's get started. Okay, for the main ingredients to make our delicious Southwestern-style cheese omelet, we have 3 to 4 slices of ham here. It's a smoked ham, and over here we have a nice onion, right? We're probably going to only use maybe half of that, right? And back here we have a 1.5 cups of cheddar cheese. And for the main ingredient to make it a little bit Southwestern style, we have a cupful of poblano peppers. They're mildly to medium hot chili peppers, right? And over here we have a nice cupful of red bell peppers that we cubed up. And up here we have our nice 3 large grade A eggs. Yep. And to kick it up a notch, we have a 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper flakes and a pinch of cayenne pepper. Yep, that ought to do the trick. Okay, let's put some of this aside. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and slice up our nice smoked ham, but I went ahead and forgot to sharpen my knife again. That's normal for me though. So we're going to use our Any Sharp knife sharpener, and we're going to do a quick sharpening of that knife, and let's see how sharp it is on that ham and the onion and all that. All right, let's do it. Let's put this down here. Now, normally it has a nice suction cup, and it sticks to almost anything, but it won't stick to this cutting board. So we'll just go ahead and push it down, and it don't stick, but we'll hold it down, right? And all you have to do is pull your knife through there 3 times. Okay. And that's going to be sharp right there. Put this aside. Okay, let's see how sharp it is. We'll go ahead and do our paper test. Wow. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and slice up our nice ham. We'll see if we can get it in a somewhat of an order here where we can slice it up better. Okay, like that. Okay. We'll just go ahead and slice it up. Knife sharp. Okay, let's turn it sideways here and we'll cut them up that way, right? Get them all kind of lined up together so you can cut them at one time, right? Okay, let's go through there, maybe this way. Like that. Okay, there you go. Okay, let's put them in a bowl. Okay, there's our nice smoked ham all cubed up. That looks good, doesn't it? Okay, let's put that aside. Okay, let's bring in our onion and we'll get the bottom off of there, right? We don't want that on there. Okay, let's put that aside. And we'll go ahead and cut that in half. Okay? And we'll peel this, Okay? And we'll go ahead and slice that up. Kind of thin, however you want to do it. Okay, and we're going to kind of chop them up, get them a little bit smaller than that, right? Okay, there you go. Okay, let's put our onions in a bowl. Okay, there's our onions all chopped up nice. Okay guys, there's our main ingredients all ready to make our delicious Southwestern style cheese omelet. And it's going to have plenty of ham and plenty of cheese. and it's going to have a little bit of kick to it, you know, with the poblano peppers here. Yep, they're mildly spicy. All right, let's put this aside. Okay, let's bring in a nice bowl, and we'll go ahead and crack some eggs in there. Now to that, we're going to add about an ounce of milk because we like our eggs a little bit thin so we can make a nice thin omelet. And a tiny bit of salt to taste and a little bit of pepper to taste. Okay, now let's go ahead and beat them up. Okay. Okay, that looks good. Okay guys, now let's go ahead and start cooking. Okay, now today we're going to use our 8-inch cast iron skillet to saute our green peppers, the red peppers, and you know, the smoked ham. Doesn't that sound good? Alright, let's set our burner to medium, and we'll put a little oil in the pan. Okay, our pan seems hot enough. Let's just go ahead and take our onions, put them in there. And we'll take our nice green poblano peppers. They're mildly spicy. Put them in there. Now we'll go ahead and take our red bell pepper that we cubed up, put that in there. That's about a half of a red bell pepper, put that in there. Now we're going to go ahead and take 1 teaspoon of minced garlic, put that in there. Give that a little stir. Now we want to cook our onions so they're a little bit translucent, you know, not too much. We want a little bit of a crunch in them, you know. Same way with the red and green bell peppers here, you know, the poblano peppers. They're mildly spicy hot and they smell good already. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and take our ham, put that in there. Stir that in. Get our ham nice and hot. Boy, does that smell good already. With that garlic and all that good stuff and that ham. Beautiful. I can already tell this is going to be a big omelet. Okay, we might not be able to fit all this on there, but we'll give it a shot, right? That's what's good. If you can't, you can always save it and make another one later. Okay, that's about done. Let's shut off our burner. And we'll put a lid on them, right? And we'll put them aside and keep them nice and warm. Okay, now we're going to use our nice large 12-inch cast iron skillet, right? To make our nice omelet. So let's go ahead and put that on the burner there. And we'll set it to medium-low. Just like that. And we'll go ahead and put a little bit of oil in the pan. Not much, just a little bit. And we'll take our nice egg mixture, right? And we'll put our pepper flakes right in there. And we're also going to add a little bit of cayenne pepper. And we're going to mix that up. You know, beat it up good. Okay. Alright, now we'll pour that right in there, just like this. Okay, now when your egg firms up around the edge, you know it's okay to go ahead and add your peppers and onions, right? To half of your omelet. And then you can add your cheese and all that good stuff. Okay, the egg is firmed up nicely around the edge. Now it's time to add our peppers and onions and ham. So we'll put that in there. They're still nice and hot. Look at the steam coming off there. All right, let's put some of that on the side here. See if we can get all that on there. That's a lot. Okay. Let's see if we can do it. Okay. Wow, that's a lot of peppers, onions, and ham there. So let's see if we can spread them out a little bit and kind of make it so we can fold them up. Doesn't matter if it comes out this front a little bit, you know. It's going to be a big one. What else is new, right? I start off small and everything keeps getting bigger. Okay, at this point I like to add a little bit of salt, not much, and a little bit of pepper to taste, right? Okay. Now we're going to take our 1.5 cups of cheese and we're going to put some of that right on top of here. Just like this. Okay. And we'll put some down here. A little more on here. All right. This is going to be a big one, guys. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to fold this up, but we're going to give it a shot. And we saved a little of our cheddar cheese for on top. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and cover that and let our cheese melt, right? Okay, guys, let's see how our cheese is doing. Oh, yeah, that's really good looking right there. And that's about done. Now we have to fold this up. That's going to be fun. All right, because this is huge. It's like 2 inches high over here. So maybe we can get under this and see. Okay, we can do it, I think. But we might need a big spatula like this. So let's help it out. We'll get under this edge. Just like that. And we'll get this big spatula under there. Just like this. And we'll go to flip it over. Oh my God. I think that's the biggest one I made yet. Unbelievable the size it is. It's not even big enough to cover the whole thing. You know? But it looks good. Okay, let's add a little more cheese on top. Okay. Like it doesn't have enough in there, right? Okay, might as well put it all. That's 1.5 cups of cheddar cheese there. Okay. Okay, guys, let's cover that and let our cheese melt. Okay, guys, let's see how our cheese is doing. Wow, look at that. Okay, guys, that's about done. Let's shut off our burner. And let's see if we can get that out of there. I don't think this spatula is going to do it. I think we need something bigger. At least this big. Or maybe even 2 people. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can get under this. Okay, we're under there. Okay, we're under there. Let's see if we can get it on the plate here. Ready? Hope we don't lose too much. Look at that. That is huge. Can you see it? It's so big it, you know, we lost some, I think. Let's see. Not much. Okay, we'll get that out of there and we'll put it on top of there, right? All right. Let's do that. Okay, guys, there it is. Our beautiful Southwestern cheese omelet. And that's loaded with peppers, onions, and ham. And we don't want to waste this, you know, that was left in the pan. So we're going to go ahead and put that on top. Just like that. Okay, and there you go. Our beautiful Southwestern cheese omelet with plenty of ham and peppers and onions. That is about the biggest I've ever made, I think. Okay, let's have a taste. Okay, here it is, guys. Look at that Southwestern-style cheese omelet. That's the biggest one I think I've ever made. And that is really, really tasty smelling. It's loaded with poblano peppers. They're mildly spicy hot pepper. And red bell peppers. And plenty of onions. Not to mention plenty of smoked ham in there, right? It's got nice seasoning in there. You like the red pepper flakes and a little bit of salt and pepper. Yeah, this is going to taste good. Plus it's got a pinch of cayenne pepper in there, so that should kick it up a notch. Doesn't that look good? Just go ahead and make them this way, you know, for 4 people. This will definitely feed 4 people, so, or maybe even 5. But this is really tasty. Yep, you're going to enjoy this. Okay, I like to put a little bit of parsley flakes on top. Not much, just a little bit. Okay? All right, guys, I can't wait to get into this. This is really smelling too good to wait any longer. Yep. So let's go ahead and cut it in half and see how we did. Cut it right in half. Okay? Now I might need a big spatula for this one, so let's get under there and see how we did. You ready? Look at the cheese in there, guys. Look at that omelet. That is just huge. And I'll bet you it's going to taste good. Look at all the ham and the onions and the peppers in there. That is just beautiful. All right, let's put it down here where you can see it. And we'll spin this one so you can see it better. Okay? All right, guys, let's just go ahead and have a taste. We'll cut a piece off this end. Look at that. That is tasty looking. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's just go ahead and have a bite. Wow, is that tasty. Those mildly hot poblano peppers are perfect in there. You know, they lose some of their heat when you cook them, right? So they're pretty good. Let me try one without anything, right? Yep, they lose some of their heat, you know, when you cook them. So it tastes perfect. Just go ahead and make it this way because it is delicious. Of course, you don't have to make yours this big if you're not feeding 4 people. Okay, let me go ahead and see if I can put this up here where you can see it better because it's kind of far apart, right? So we'll get under here and we'll stack him up like this. There you go. Okay, guys, there you have it. Our delicious Southwestern style cheese omelet. And boy, is that loaded with ham, peppers, and onions, and loaded with flavor. Yeah. Just go ahead and make them that way, like I said before, and you'll definitely be happy, and your guests will be too. All right, you know what'll go good with this since I'm having this for lunch? Yep. Or like a brunch. I'm going to have a nice hot cup of coffee with this one. Doesn't that sound good? It sure does. Alright guys, if you're enjoying these videos, go ahead and like and subscribe and I'll catch you on the next one. Delicious Southwestern style cheese omelet. And that is loaded with cheese, loaded with ham, and loaded with flavor. That sounds good. Yeah, I just gotta have another little taste. Is that good?